Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, Real Talk with Cathy and Shania. I'm your host, Catherine, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today for the exciting episode titled Are You Into Me? So, we're going to discuss the phenomena of ghosting and other dating etiquette in relationships, and as well as the emotional impact they have on individuals. So, but before we get started, let me introduce my co-host for today, Shania. How are you
Hello,
doing?
everyone. Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Well, we have our guest, Mercedes. How are you?
Hello, I'm great. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Okay, they'll be joining me to explore the depth of the topic being discussed and share their unique perspectives. And whether you're tuning in for the first time or are returning as a subscriber, we promise to give you an insightful journey, exciting one. And let's get started. Today's topic is about ghosting in relationships, and I see like this affects a lot of relationships. Like when someone just decide to go, they just don't reply your text, they just quiet and everything. So that's what we're going to discuss today, and we'll be having some giving examples and scenarios where ghosting occurred. So Shania, can you share an insight? What do you understand by the term ghosting in relationships?
So, ghosting is abruptly ending communication with someone without any explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept most often refers to romantic relationships, but can also describe disappearances from friendships or even the workplace.
Okay,
That's the
but
definition.
for today we're going to delve in only like romantic relationships and how it affects the people who are in that relationship. So I have an I'll start with a opening question for everyone. So let's say you're in a relationship and your partner just decide to decline your calls. When you text them, when you send them voice note, they never text back. What would you do? It's open for everyone to answer that.
I believe for relationships to work, there must be communication. And if your partner is ghosting you, that means that they don't want the relationship to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me,
S-
I'll meet them like personally and ask what's going on.
And
But they'll be ghosting you. How you really reach them?
If we are in the same working environment, I will purposely meet them to
what if
ask what's
they
really going on.
what if they try to avoid you like in any way, like they don't want to see you and you're trying to get to them but they don't want to get back to you?
Well, I guess I have my answer and slowly start moving on.
Oh, but
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
if someone is ghosting you,
yeah, at least
if
I
someone
tried.
ghosted me, yeah,
sorry.
true. But because if someone ghosted me, I
Mm-hmm.
just end the relationship because I'd believe that they don't want the relationship to work in the first place. So it's better for everyone just to go their own way instead of just revolving around the same thing over and over again.
For
Yeah.
me it'll be like it's a blessing because the like I think the universe will be blessing you and cleaning up for you, but they just go away because if they stay with that kind of behavior, they just mess up with your mind and it will not end well.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
true.
They say sometimes rejection means redirection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And okay, I also have another question for you. Have you ever been ghosted before, or have you ever ghosted someone before?
Um, I
For
I
me, I
don't think
have
I've been
ghosted
ghosted
someone,
before.
but I've
I
never
have
ghosted
ghosted
someone.
someone before. I have. Like, have you ever been in a situation where maybe you have been friends with someone for quite some time now, and they start developing some feelings for you, but you had made it clear to them earlier on that you just want to be friends with them. So when they keep on insisting, it can become a little bit draining and also annoying. So the only solution left would be to ghost that someone. Yeah, it's not something that I'm proud of, but it was the only solution because, yeah, I
Okay,
wasn't interested.
how did the other party take this the whole situation? Did they try to get back to you? They tried calling you, but how did they take it? Uh, okay, Mercedes, you said like you've never ghosted someone, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, there. We have a scenario where we're going like to read out loud. It's like a short story. Where we have the ghosting scenarios, and let's do it. So there this. So, Sophia, who was known for her beauty and grace, she was a successful businesswoman who built a name for herself in the fashion industry. Sophia was confident, independent, and had a strong sense of self worth. So one day, Sophia met a man named John, who was handsome, charming, and had a captivating smile. So they met at a networking event, and their eyes locked in an instant. So they exchanged phone numbers and soon found themselves texting each other every day. They would go on long walks, have deep conversation, and share their hopes and dreams and all those kind of promises they made. And Sophia thought that she had found a perfect man, and she felt a deep connection with John. So, but the days Sophia began to notice that John was becoming increasingly distant. He would ignore her texts and calls and everything to do with her. So, and Sophia, as a normal person, tried to reach out to him multiple times, but he would not respond. But when he responded, he seemed preoccupied and seemed distant, and Sophia couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. So one day, Sophia decided to confront John about his strange behavior. She called him, and he picked up after several rings. He didn't pick the first ring; just took him minutes to pick the call. So Sophia went on like, been trying to reach you for days, and she has feelings like a normal human being, so she would be her voice would be shaking like she's expecting something. She's expecting an explanation from John, but John was his response was like, I've been busy
Oh,
and
Kathy, you're breaking. I don't know if it's on my end or.
I'm breaking. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry. Okay, John picked up the call, and he was, no, I've been busy, and I had a lot of on my plate. But we're supposed to see each other. And Sophia went on like, we're supposed to see each other this today. And John replied to, I've been thinking, I don't think this it's working out. Sophia felt like she has been punched in the gut. She couldn't believe that John would ghost her like this. After all they shared, they felt a wave of sadness wash over, and she knew that she would never hear from him again. So was like, I'm sorry, I really like you, Sophia, but I just don't think we are good. We are a good match. Sophia hung up the phone, feeling lost and alone. She had never experienced ghosting before, but she didn't know how to process it. So she was just left sad, and the only thing she could do was just try and move on. So If you are in Sophia's shoes, like in situation, what would you do? Anyone can answer that.
Like, I mean, I would have been sad, but there's nothing much I could do.
Mm-hmm.
I just let it go and try to heal, cause he would have made it clear that he wants nothing to do with me. So, what's the point of staying in a relationship where I'm the only one who wants to make an effort, and the other, my partner, isn't is no longer interested in me? So,
But I
yeah, I
think,
just have to heal.
yeah, but I think Sophia felt the connection when they first met, so like she couldn't let go of easily. So I think it also depends on the person. She felt
Yeah,
like it was a safe space, so that's why she needed an explanation, like what happened. Like maybe she wanted to find closure on that.
but John told her that he was no longer interested and in her. So there's nothing she can do but to just end things with him and to move on
Mm-hmm.
and to find, yeah, to heal. That's the only thing she can do. John was also wrong. He should have let her
Mm-hmm.
know that the relationship was going nowhere and he was no longer interested, instead of ghosting her, because I can
Oh,
imagine how she felt. Yeah,
I
Question:
think
Are
he
they
took a tool.
officially together?
Sorry.
Are they officially together or they are just friends?
Okay, they met at the party and like they exchanged numbers and they just
maybe let's say they were
went
dating.
like they just started dating instantly.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought they are not officially together, so I guess Sophia is just assuming that the guy is
Mm-hmm.
feeling the same towards her. So I guess she is expecting. So maybe that's what contributed to it. Expectations are really the thief of joy. So yeah, I guess she was really hurt. So for me, if I was on her place, I will not chase the person who ghosted me, and I will resist
Mm-hmm.
the
Mhm.
temptation because there's nothing wrong with you. It may be easy to assume that you did something wrong, but normally, if the person is immature, they are not mature enough. You know, they will just do these things without any explanation. When someone loves you, they will be patient and they will explain everything to you. Like they will communicate with you. They will not ghost you. So maybe this is also a blessing for Sophia to redirect her to a good man who is meant for her.
Oh yeah, but he led her on still. He was still wrong for doing that. He
Yeah, I
should have
agree with
never
you.
led her on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sophia had a lot of expectations, and and maybe John was not ready for a relationship, but Sophia was. So I think that's why John, maybe he's sort of like, this is too much for me. I can't take it, and yeah, that's why he went
Uh,
silent.
yeah, that's why I normally advise people that before you start dating someone, make sure that you
Mm-hmm.
guys are officially dating, so that
Mm-hmm.
you don't end up being disappointed in a relationship. If someone pursues you and wants to take you out, you should ask them, uh, as what, do they want to date you or not, so that if things don't work out, you won't feel bad or anything. Yeah.
Okay, but
I guess
still, I think. Sorry,
yeah, I
go ahead.
think John wanted to have
Mm-hmm.
fun. Yeah, and the girl
Yeah.
is, wanted this serious thing. So I guess they're not in sync in the beginning.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but still, I think John could have like, if you don't like someone, you just tell them.
Mm-hmm.
This is not working. Just to be clear, but most of them don't. They just leave you wondering what you did wrong. Like you just counting from the day you met. You just start counting what you did wrong. You start figuring out what I did wrong, what I could have done to avoid the situation. But shit happens, so I don't think that should be a bad thing. But if it was me, I would be hurt actually, because I don't want someone just not replying to my text, not calling back, stuff.
Have you ever ghosted someone before?
Yeah, I have actually. But here's the
What was
thing.
the reason?
I think I just they were okay. They were expecting too much for me, and I couldn't give it back. Like he wanted dating, and I couldn't do it. So like
Did you let them know,
no.
or you just cut
Okay.
them off with no
Here's the
explanation?
thing. Here's the thing. Okay, if I let them know, I would hurt their feelings. So like I'm trying not to hurt their feelings, telling them the truth. So
Yeah.
that was my reason that I didn't tell them.
Yeah,
It
but
was
still, you're hurting them because you're leaving them in the in the dark.
They'd be like, what did I do wrong? Why did Kathy ghost me? Like, I just prefer to be honest with someone in the first place so that if I cut communications with them, they'd know why.
I know, but I
Uh,
tried to, but it couldn't work. Okay, here's the thing. When it happens to you, it hurts. But when you're doing it to someone else, they'll be enjoying the show. That's what happened. Like I didn't
so
feel
it's
it.
only bad when it happens to you.
Yeah, you feel bad when it happens to you, but when you're doing it to someone else, you don't feel nothing. You're just there enjoying posting it, like reading the text and not replying to them. No, everything. And
Yes,
Kathy, you're
you
wrong
said
for
if
that.
sometimes doing the right thing is, it requires energy, and it requires a lot of energy from you. But if you're doing the wrong thing,
Mhm.
it is fun. It's cool. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel wrong at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it also can happen like this. Let's say you met this person, and you had the you love the whole idea of a relationship. You wanted that, but when you meet them at first, like it all disappears. You don't want a relationship anymore, and you don't want to tell them because they are into you, but you're not into them. So that happens.
Expectations versus reality. So that's what happened to John, I guess, in
Yeah.
this in that scenario. Yeah.
I guess he doesn't know how to end it. I guess he doesn't know what
Mm-hmm.
words to say that will not hurt Sophia, but either way it will hurt her. So yeah, I
Or he didn't
guess
Yeah.
have that enough courage, like to confront Sophia and tell her this is what happened. So he waited until Sophia pushed it so that he can talk, and that's not
hmm
fair to
yeah,
Sophia.
I think that's the
Can I
word
say
for
that?
it. Like, I don't know if it's cowardness or what.
Yeah, it's actually being a coward. Because personally, if someone was no longer interested in me, I'd rather they just let me know so that I would move on instead of wondering what I did wrong. But also, if someone just cuts off communication with me, I I just put two and two together and just realize that maybe they are no longer interested and I just go my own way.
Yeah, I agree with you. Life continues. There's a lot of fish in the
Yeah,
sea. It's not only you.
and there's nothing you can actually do about it but to just move on.
Yeah, the more you hold on, the more you will prolong your agony.
Yeah, true.
But you're getting yourself hurt, so you you know try to move on, but it's quite hard to do so. You still want to know why they dropped you. And what do you?
Pastor, I don't like forcing issues. If you're not interested, then it's fine with me. Then
No,
bye
it's
bye, I
easier when you're
guess.
saying it.
Or maybe it's because I've never.
Yeah, I think that could be the reason. So we have this another scenario. Okay, we have another scenario. Let me. Okay, I have another question. Um, do you think there is a particular reasons why people ghost on someone? They just decide. Do you think like a really valid reason for that?
Or maybe because they don't want to hurt their feelings. That's the main reason. Or because it's draining to explain to someone why you are no longer interested in them.
But I think some of them are
Yeah,
they're not
that would be the
like
reason, I guess, on my end.
oh okay. Uh, for me, I would think
What about you, Mercedes?
Yeah, I agree with you totally. That's the reason, Other things are not valid. That's the only thing that I can think of that's valid. They're not into you. That's it. They don't love you.
okay. For me, I think some of them like I call it maturity or something. Like they are not like mature enough like to handle a conversation. Like they're weak emotionally. Like they don't want to tell you. And I think the good thing is tell someone I don't like you, whether they get hurt or not. Just told them the truth. So the way they took that, it like it's up to them. But it's wrong to ghost someone.
Yeah, it only shows what values they have in life. They're
Hmm.
just good at starting things but not ending it. So I guess that's how they are as a person.
Yeah, I think that's define all that. But the best thing to do like is just to move on. As much as you want to know what you did wrong, this will mess you up, and you just have to move on and just continue with life. That like just the best solution for that. Do you have any other input so that we can go to the next scenario?
I
Okay.
think for Sophia,
Mm-hmm,
since she is very hurt, it's
mm-hmm,
actually good that she can express her feelings.
mm-hmm,
Like, she can cry all the time. She can do the things broken people do, so that by the
mm-hmm.
time she is fed up crying, she will emerge as a new version of herself, more stronger, much better. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that is like required for us girls to experience so that we can emerge in life as more stronger and more capable adults, and we can handle more serious problems in the future.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
and it's also a lesson to learn that things may not always go as you want them to. And sometimes bad things happen and feelings do change, people change. So you just have to move on.
Yeah, and also when you're into dating, you like if you're not ready for commitment, just don't do it.
But commitment is a strong word.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
And a lot of people like fear
maybe
that.
most people just date for fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Most people doesn't date because they're ready or not. They just do it for fun, and then along the process they will just feel
Mhm.
that this is the right person for me. We click and
Yeah,
everything, and then I want to marry this person. So it will lead it from there. I think from the very beginning it's not what you wanted. You just wanted to know the person, and then you will develop your feelings towards them, and then commitment will follow. I think you
yeah.
know it's the
Mm-hmm.
process.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is a process.
so let's dive in into the next scenario. The second scenario goes like uh, we meet Emily and John, another John, at they met at a mutuals like friends party. They exchanged numbers, and John seemed very interested. However, he began texting Emily with messages, becoming increasingly possessive and controlling. So Emily felt overwhelmed and decided to end things, and she tried to communicate her feelings, but John responded by blocking her on all social media platforms, leaving Emily relieved but also a bit shaken. Now imagine this: you were talking with someone, like you met this someone maybe a week ago, and the communication is super and everything is going well, and one day they just decide to block you. I don't know how I'll handle. Like you get to their profile picture, they have blocked you everywhere. You can't reach them. Like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel for both of them because Emily was the one who was sending messages all the time. So sometimes it can be tiresome. Like, you just need space. Like, personally, if I date, I wouldn't like someone like who's just there all the time, like messaging me like 24/7. Like,
You
I
don't want
also
the
need
attention,
space. I love attention, but also I need some space. Like, I wouldn't want someone like to keep on calling, "Where are you? What are you doing?
right?
Do you want us to meet like on a daily basis?" Like, it's fun, but
But
um,
they're just caring. Like they're just asking
I
you out. It's
I
a form of
believe
care.
that
Those people are
Kathy,
called clingy.
yeah, clingy too. I don't like clingy people. So, like, I like my own space. So, I'd love someone who'd understand me and who would be willing to give me my own personal space. Like, we can
So you're
hang
saying
out, do things
clingy
together,
yourself?
but at the same time, 50-50. Sometimes I may be clingy, sometimes not. I just need my space to
And why are you
think, to
getting? Why
reflect
are
on
you?
things.
When are you? Why are you angry when someone does it to you? If you can confidently do it to someone.
I don't get mad when people need their own space. And that's why I said earlier, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I've been ghosted before. Because
Mm-hmm.
if, let's say, if my friend cuts communication with me, I just assume that maybe they have things going on in their life and they just need some space. And if they want to talk, they'll reach out to me again. So, yeah, I just saw the chat
So
from
it
Aaron.
goes
That's
to
an
show that your happiness is not dependent to anyone else.
yeah, like most of my life, I've been not, let's not say alone, but I cherish my own time. I like doing things like for me, a fun day could just be at home, maybe just scrolling or doing something fun on my own. Like, I don't have to be with people in order to have fun or yeah.
You just
So
enjoy
I
your
need my
own
space.
company. I also
Yeah,
feel
I
that a lot.
need my space.
Okay. Okay. From that, who was in the wrong and why? Was Emily in the wrong? Was John in the wrong? Like, who do you believe was in the wrong?
For me, it's the guy, I think, because he is acting like a husband already, even though they're just dating. Like he's very
Mm-hmm.
possessive and he's one-sided. If Emily states what she feels, what she thinks, he doesn't listen to her. So I guess he's one-sided. If you love the person, you will listen to them, right? You will understand where they're coming from. But this guy doesn't listen. So instead of listening to her and meeting her where she's at, he decided to block her. So that's really immature for a guy to do.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was so immature because, like, if you can't handle the conversation, it seems like he can't handle the conversation with Emily and tell her
Oh,
everything. Oh
I've
God.
seen Aaron's chat, and yes, I've ghosted someone before, but let's say I wouldn't consider it ghosting because I told them that I was not interested in being in a romantic relationship with them, but
Mhm.
they kept on insisting, and sometimes it can be annoying. Like you have already, like you told someone that you don't want this, and they keep on insisting. So I just cut off communication, but I know he knows the main reason why I did that.
Okay. Do you tell them you let's say do you tell them you're not interested, like I'm not happy you doing this to me? Can you tell them that? Do you have the courage to do that, or you just cut off the communication with them?
From the start, I just tell them from the start. Like maybe if they ask, like, can we date or something? I just tell them I'm not interested, and I really appreciate when people respect your decisions. Instead, some people think that you're maybe playing hard to get, and it can really be annoying. Have you ever experienced something like that before?
No, personally, no.
Or and you, Mercedes?
Yeah, I think I have my own boundaries as well. So I think the thing that
Hmm.
you just did is honoring your own boundaries, because it's hard to
Yeah.
pretend that you're happy with them, but you wanted to
Mhm.
do something else. So yeah.
Okay. So okay. So I think so Mercedes, you said John was wrong, right? Because
Yes, for
he had
me.
no courage. Uh-huh. And you, Shania, was Emily
Oh,
expecting so much from the guy? She was just acting like a normal person.
oh, John was wrong. I told you I like my space. So if I had a John in my life, I would also, yeah.
Would you block them?
No, I don't block people. I just ignore till you get tired. So
No,
at some
some don't
point, you're
give up
going to get
easily.
tired.
So what if they
Yeah,
just
I know.
keep on doing it over and over and over again? Would
And
you?
I'll just keep ignoring.
Oh, that's nice.
But I'd let them know why. Yeah.
Oh,
It's really
okay.
bad if the guy that you just did that to is actually a stalker or something,
Mhm.
a serial killer or what. It gets complicated.
It seems you watch a lot of documentaries. Okay, so was John's response a little bit harsh or rude? What do you think about that? Was he so immature or something?
Yeah, it's rude and it's immature because he can't handle other people's opinion or other people's feelings for that matter.
Maybe
So
he didn't want to like keep on communicating with her. Maybe he just got tired of it, everything, and he just blocked her so that he can have a more conversation with her.
I think he was hurt as well because he is emotionally invested to Emily and he
Hmm.
doesn't get the right amount of it back. So I guess in order for him to forget Emily, he just blocked her. So I guess that's the way for him to cope up his
Hmm.
feelings that he's hurt. So I guess that's what he did. He just blocked her.
Okay, but still, if I was in Emily's situation, I would love to know why he blocked me. If I had a chance to get, if he opens another social media, I'll follow him there and ask him, what did I do? And see if he could reply to me.
Yes, yes. So I guess Emily became happy because it's
Mhm.
over, like in the story. Because I think
Mm.
Emily tried to communicate it multiple times, but I think the guy just didn't listen to her. So it led to blocking her.
He was just interested at that particular time. But when he started getting serious, he was like, "No, I can't do it. You're expecting so much from me. Maybe I'm scared of commitment. You just remove them in their world."
Yeah. For Emily, I think she is a busy woman. Like she
Mm-hmm.
has friends, she has a career that she is working on, and I
Mm-hmm.
guess the guy just have Emily, and he doesn't have anything else, because if he has anything else, then he will not be that kind of possessive. Like he will value his own space. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're busy growing in your own, developing yourself, then you won't want to be 24/7 with the person that you love, right? You need to
Yeah,
work on
yeah.
yourself as well. Like even me and my husband, I am married. We also
Yeah.
have our own space. Like we're living in the same house, but sometimes we wanted to go on rides like all by
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. Like my husband wanted to go outside. He wanted to do a motor ride and go somewhere else without me, so that he can think for himself. He has like a time for himself, and I think that's healthy. And me on the other
Yeah.
hand, I'm hanging out also with my other mom friends, and that will
Mm-hmm.
also give me a whole different perspective instead of being with my husband 24/7. So I guess we're growing in our own time. We're growing together and we're also growing separately, and that's actually healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
do.
think that's really nice. I don't know if it's true, but I think that for the relationships to work, uh, even marriages, that people need some space. I really don't know, but that's what I think.
Yeah, that is actually true, because that will give you the thrill, and you will miss
Hmm.
your spouse even more if you were, if you were separate for like a day or two. And then when you meet again, you will be excited. There will be thrill, and you misses that person instead of be together 24/7. Yeah, I think that's actually true for marriages to work.
Yeah, because when
That's
you
nice then.
yeah, because when you are just into each other's lives, like every day, you're staying in the same house, right? And also you need space for that. So if you're all over the place, you're not giving him any chance to just do something by himself or by herself. You just there, or you just get bored. I'm not talking from experience, but I think that can work when you give someone's their personal space and do everything they need. They do everything that will help them to grow and also to avoid, you know, arguments all over.
That's why people should marry their soulmates. Because imagine waking up beside someone you don't maybe
What do you
love
mean
every
by
morning.
soulmate? Explain that.
Maybe the people who are deeply in love, you
Mm-hmm.
should be deeply in love with your spouse so that you look forward to seeing their face every morning. Because I can't imagine like waking up next to someone that I don't like every morning.
You just
That's why
reminded
some people have
me.
issues in their
Not
relationships,
sure.
I guess, because they don't love each other or something.
It just reminded me of the show Queen Charlotte. What was called Lady Danbury with her husband.
Oh,
And
I think
The
I saw
relationship
that
was
Bridgerton.
miserable.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was so miserable. Like, no, I was like missing the husband. We felt
Yeah,
pity
and
for him.
she's getting her
When
own
he died,
hobbies to forget it.
yeah, when he died, she was so happy.
And the worst thing, you could say like I remember, she was pretending like she's crying or something, but she wasn't. She was actually celebrating. That was so bad.
That's really
Yeah.
terrible.
Mm-hmm. I actually felt sorry for her.
Yeah,
What?
because
It must.
It seems like it was like a one-sided love. Only the
I don't think. I don't think
was
neither of them loved each other. Like, he just wanted a wife, and she was there for him to marry her or something. 'Cause I don't think they even loved each other.
but he was
maybe
so
that's an
into her,
arranged
but
marriage.
Something like that.
oh, it happens to
And
people, I think.
if that happens to me, I just run away. 'Cause in that era,
How would
I
you do that?
swear,
Just wake up and run away?
I wouldn't even tell anyone. I just leave. I don't know where I'd go, but I just go away. I just leave.
You really
Like,
love your freedom, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she does. You can tell she does love her freedom. Okay, personally, I do love my own freedom, but I also like to be like clingy over someone. Clingy all over. I love doing that, but you know, just I think it makes me happy. I want my space, but I also want to act clingy most of the time.
So maybe 50-50 or 70-30.
Yeah, I want to do that. So,
What do you mean by 50-50?
Like 50% clingy, 50% space, or
mm-hmm.
50?
70% clingy and 30% space.
So maybe let's say if I was in a relationship, I'd prefer maybe 60% clingy, then 40% personal space. Cause also you guys should be together. Cause if there's too much space, I believe the relationship won't work out or something.
How about you, Kat?
I just said I just love being clingy or something over someone.
So it is 100% clingy.
For me, it is until maybe
Until she gets bored.
70% most of the time. I'd love to be like that. I don't know if the my partner would love that. Maybe they love their own space like Shania. Like Shania do loves her own space. But I wonder why when you said you're clingy, but you also love your space. Like, so when do you get the time to be clingy? Because just I think you just love your time 100%.
Oh, I can manage. I can balance. I can
Uh,
also be clingy, but yeah,
in what percentage are you?
maybe 60-40. But it depends with the person. If I really like or really love that person,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I would even be 100% clingy. It's just a matter of time. Some things you have to experience them.
Yeah, I see. Okay, now I think we can play the video.
I told you when
And
I met you that if you ever ghost me, that is your automatic resignation to this dating situation we got. Because the one thing I can't do.
can you play it again? Play the video.
I told you when I met you that if you ever ghost me, that is your automatic resignation to this dating situation we got. Because the one thing I can't do is yoke myself to somebody in the beginning of us trying to establish something serious, gonna just ghost and disappear. What's gonna happen when we actually in a relationship? What's gonna happen when we marry? I can't promise you that I'll never go through something, but I can promise you I'm gonna let you know if I need time off. Nobody said when we started dating that you might not need time to yourself. That's why you got sick days on the job. But you gotta call in sick, my You mean to tell me you couldn't call in sick to this relationship? You couldn't call in and tell me, hey, listen, I'm going through some family things. I need some time to myself. You just no call, no show. You are within your right to do that. You know why? Because we not married. You're not obligated to me, but I am also within my right to not allow you to come back in my life to do that same shit again.
All right. Do you agree with him and why?
I agree with him 100%.
Right.
Cause why are you ghosting people? Your partner? You should communicate with each other.
Okay, he said like if I have something going on, I would let's say family stuff. What if I don't want to share it with you? I
Then
don't
why
feel
are you
like
with him in the first place? Because if you're
okay,
married to someone, I believe there should be no secrets.
now I have a question for Mercedes. You're married, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Do you keep secret?
No, no. Actually, no.
Wow.
Yeah,
Honestly, sound away.
including passwords. We have
Mm-hmm.
access to both accounts: Facebook, social media accounts,
Mm-hmm.
emails, even the bathroom. We share it sometimes. So yeah,
Wow.
there's actually no secrets at all once you're married. Even our past, we talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. So yeah, in the very beginning of the relationship, you need to be open, put everything in the table, and tell them this is me. This is what you're getting. So will you continue or will you go back? So I guess that's it.
Okay, have you ever been in a situation where like you don't feel like sharing something? You really want to do it, but you can't. Have you ever been in that
Yes,
situation?
yes, actually, every day because
Hmm.
um, I'm kind of perfectionist. I don't know why, but I have this OCD, and sometimes when my husband helps me at home and he do something and I don't like it, I just try so hard not to tell him because it will break his spirit. You know, he wanted to help me with the things around the house, and if I will tell him that I'm not happy, like I'm not grateful, you know, it will break him. It will discourage him from helping more. So there are some things that you can say to him,
Hmm.
and there's also some things that you can hold back for your peace at home. So that's for me.
So you mean to tell me you okay, you like let's say like you're scared to tell them like the truth? Maybe they cleaned the table or something and they didn't do a good job. So you're scared to tell them you didn't do a good job because they'll get angry or
I'm not scared. I just choose my battles. Like if it's not worth fighting over it, then I'll just not tell it to them. So, because I need to change also, my partner has gone through a lot changing themselves to meet me, to meet my demands, to meet my requirements, to meet my standards, and I also have to change myself. It's not one sided. We need to both change to meet each other's level. So, if he is doing in the hard work, I also need to lower my, you know, to lower my expectations sometimes because he's working on it. He's a work in progress. We all are. So if that statement that I will, I'm about to say to him will break him, will discourage him, then I will choose not to say it at all. So it's like compromising every day. So he is doing the same thing to me. But sometimes we do have like a heart to heart talk. If we fight, it will go to our session of heart to heart talk, like open talk, and we will lay everything, all the issues that we had. But in every day in the household, you have some things that you can tell him, but you will also choose some things that you just keep to yourself to have a peace at home, to have a loving relationship with your spouse. So that's it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Mercedes, because I don't think it's necessary to mention like every little thing that's happening. Some things like you can just ignore them
Okay, you can just
because
take.
people are different.
What if
Mhm.
they keep doing it, not learning? Okay, there's
No, like people cannot always like do what you want them to do. Like
mm-hmm.
people have their own minds. Like maybe let's say arranging things, putting maybe arranging things like the way you arrange things, someone will also arrange them differently. Like people have their own views and opinions, and you can't force them their views to align with yours. So some things, maybe I guess when you're married, you just have to oversee some things. I guess is that right, Mercedes?
Yes, compromise every day. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he is folding the clothes and I don't like the way he folds it. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell him that I'm not happy with what you do because in reality I'm happy that you're helping me around the house. But in order for me to teach him the way that he will not be hurt, I will set an example. Like if I'm folding the clothes in front of him, I will tell him, "Oh, you can fold it like this and then like that." And then I will set him as an example and then eventually he will learn from it without the hurt feelings. So that's what I'm doing to, lessen the arguments because when we are new, we are always fighting over smaller things. But as years goes by, we learned how to compromise to each other.
Okay, but okay. My question was, uh, maybe they just oversee. You said like you just oversee stuff, right? What if like you've been like let's say you said like folding clothes or just doing the dishes. So what if they don't learn
They
to
don't
do it?
learn.
Yeah, like they don't want to learn, and you're Miss Perfection. You just want everything to be perfect with no errors and everything, and you teach them, but they don't want to learn. How would you cope with that?
I guess you compromise because you as a person you also have your shortcomings and they are also forgiving you for that. So I guess if it's not like that serious at all, then you just let it go. You'd be thankful that you have a husband, that you love this person, and you find it funny actually. You're not irritated or anything because you love him. It's very different if you don't love your spouse and they are always doing wrong things and you nag every time. It's different if you don't love the person. So I guess um, chemistry is a big part that plays to it. So you learn to forgive because you love him, and you learn to lower your standards and meet him where he's at. So I guess that's the secret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. Actually, just let everything pass because they tried doing it, they tried helping, and if they are not able to do it the way you want them to do it, like they just try it, and that's so good when a person tries rather than not doing it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
You
agree
let
with you. I have mom friends that their husband is, they don't have time helping around the house. And the other moms are devastated. They don't get help, they don't have a nanny, and then their husband is not helping around the house. So they will pick mine over anything else because at least he's trying. He's being there. He's trying to please you. He's trying to put in the effort, even though sometimes it's not measuring up to your standards. At least he's telling you that he loves you because he don't want you to be tired. He helps you whenever he can. So that's the more
yeah,
important thing than folding the clothes perfectly.
Your relationship sounds healthy,
Yeah,
Yeah, it
considering.
does.
yeah, we have like 70% cleanliness and 30% space, I guess.
And
That's
also
wonderful.
understanding each other, right?
Sorry, what's that?
Just like understanding each other, like yeah,
Yeah,
you just
compromise.
so we have like 5 minutes. Okay, we have like 5 minutes left. So
Gonna
do
wind up.
do it. Yeah, we're gonna wind up. So it's open. The floor is yours. So if you have anything to add, you can just do it quick.
Yeah, like I've learned my lesson. Like before I decide to get married, I really have to work on myself. And yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with Shania. You have to
mhm,
develop yourself, make sure that you
mhm,
experience all the fun before settling down so that
yeah,
you won't miss it when you're married already. You have your whole attention, your whole focus into the marriage and into your children if you will have in the future, and not going backwards, like experiencing the clubs, the
mhm.
fun in dates, the thrills of having a stranger, meeting and knowing them. So I guess you need to experience everything before you settle down. And if you don't like the person, stop ghosting them. Just tell them that,
I let them know
yeah.
because yeah,
Even for me, I'll be like I just let you know. I just I learned my the lesson the hard way. So I don't want to ghost on someone, and I don't want someone to ghost on me. And I cannot control who's ghosting on me. So I just tell them, I'm not interested, and life goes on. So we have like 3 minutes. So does anyone want to give shout out to anyone listening to the show?
yeah, I'll give a shout out to my family and friends.
Shout out to my
Anyone?
family and mom friends.
Mhm.
Okay. So so all in all, thank you for joining the show, and it was such a exciting, journey with you discussing everything. And it's time to say goodbye, and thanks again for being part of the podcast. And we can't wait to have you back for the next episode. Until then, take care and stay curious. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.